The cameras flashed. The crowd froze. And just like that, Hollywood and really the entire world had a new obsession.
Oh, absolutely. The whole world was watching.
Right. But picture this, okay? It is 2016. A chance encounter in a Madrid Gucci store between a sales assistant and, well, the world's most famous athlete.
Sounds like a movie.
Exactly. Fast forward a decade, and there are literally billions of eyes watching their every move. I mean, everyone is expecting this royal spectacle. We are talking about the kind of event that stops traffic, shuts down airspace, and just entirely breaks the internet.
Right, the ultimate celebrity wedding.
But instead of that massive televised spectacle, we get silence. Complete and utter silence. Cristiano Ronaldo and Georgina just secretly got married after nearly 10 years.
Which, when you look at the mechanics of the modern attention economy, it's actually the absolute loudest statement a public figure could possibly make.
It really is.
By refusing to give the public the spectacle they crave, you instantly become like the only thing anyone can talk about.
And that silence is exactly why Cristiano Ronaldo and Georgina Rodríguez just pulled off the ultimate celebrity disappearing act. Welcome to this deep dive on StarScope Report.
We are so glad you are here with us.
Join us as we uncover Hollywood drama, music industry shakeups, and viral influencer scandals. From red carpet surprises to social media controversies, we dive deep into the stories behind the fame.
And today is a massive one.
Huge. Today we are taking you right into the heart of an unprecedented information blackout, and we're figuring out what it means when the most followed couple on the planet decides to just, vanish.
Yeah, we are going to unpack the actual logistics behind that blackout because it's fascinating. We'll look at how that intense vacuum of information led to an absolute media frenzy.
Oh, the frenzy was wild.
It was, including a very controversial photograph, and we'll analyze what this pivot toward fierce privacy actually does to the underlying machinery of the whole CR7 brand.
I am still trying to wrap my head around the timeline here and just the sheer logistics of
It's a lot to take in.
It is. We are talking about a couple that has been together for a decade. They officially get engaged on August 11th, 2025.
Right, last year.
And Georgina receives this colossal 30 to 37 carat oval diamond ring.
Which is just an astronomical size for a diamond.
I mean, to put that in perspective for you listening, that is the size of a quail egg sitting on your finger.
That's a great visual, yeah.
Georgina actually did an interview with Elle Spain where she talked about the proposal. She was so completely shocked by it that she admitted she left that massive rock sitting in her room until the next day.
No way, really?
Yes, she joked that it was the least he could offer after a 10-year wait.
Well, she's not wrong. But that 10-year buildup is a crucial part of the narrative here.
Also?
Well, the public felt invested, They felt like they had been waiting in the wings for a decade, just assuming that when the day finally arrived, it would be this global broadcast akin to a literal royal wedding.
But then, exactly 1 year later, right, on August 11th, 2026, they officially tie the knot. And there were no A-listers. There was no Vogue magazine exclusive spread. There was no royal guest list.
Just family.
Right. It was an incredibly intimate civil ceremony in the coastal town of Cascais, Portugal. The Brunswick Group, which handles Ronaldo's public relations, they confirmed it was literally just the couple and their 5 children.
Cristiano Jr., the twins, Eva and Matteo, Alana, and Bella.
Exactly. Just them in a room.
And having only the children present is it's a profound deviation from the expected celebrity playbook.
It really is. It's so quiet.
We usually see these monumental life events heavily monetized, or sponsored by luxury fashion houses, or at the very least, heavily documented by a hand-picked media team.
Right, like we get the curated Instagram carousel 3 days later.
Exactly. But if you consider the emotional history of this family, the privacy actually makes perfect sense. In 2022, they suffered the tragic loss of Bella's twin brother, baby Angel.
Oh, that was so heartbreaking.
It was devastating. And when a family navigates that level of profound, very public grief, it fundamentally alters their psychological landscape. It recenters their priorities away from public performance and back toward fierce, protective intimacy.
Okay, hold on. I'm struggling with this a little bit.
Okay, why?
Well, wait. They have a combined following of over 1 billion people.
Yeah.
How does someone with 1 billion eyes on them manage a secret civil ceremony? Is this a genuine desire for privacy or a calculated shift in the CR7 brand strategy? Because anyone who goes through the loss of a child is going to pull their loved ones close, right?
Absolutely.
So are we being too cynical by analyzing this as a brand strategy? Couldn't it just be a father and a mother setting a strict, uncrossable human boundary?
Well, that tension is the defining feature of modern mega-celebrity.
What do you mean?
It is nearly impossible to untangle the human being from the corporate entity. Whether the privacy was a deeply personal, desperate attempt to just be a normal family for one afternoon, or a highly calculated move to elevate the family pillar of his brand, the structural outcome is identical. Oh, I see.
It creates an aura of untouchable authenticity. And paradoxically, by locking the world out of that room in Cascais, the chaos outside that room multiplied exponentially.
Oh, the chaos was cinematic. It was unbelievable.
It really was.
Because while they were having this quiet, emotional ceremony on the Portuguese Riviera, there was absolute bedlam happening hundreds of miles away in Madeira.
Right, his hometown.
Yes. Madeira is the island where Ronaldo grew up. It is like something out of an espionage thriller.
It really is.
Rumors had been swirling for months that he was going to get married in his hometown, so thousands of fans swarmed the Funchal Cathedral.
Just thousands of people.
The energy is electric. People are wearing jerseys, they're holding up their phones, expecting the wedding of the century, and the church doors open, and they accidentally end up crashing a completely random, everyday couple's wedding.
Could you imagine?
No. Imagine being that bride and groom, stepping out of your ceremony, and thousands of screaming football fans are waiting for you. That poor couple. But the Great Madeira Decoy is a perfect illustration of the sheer gravitational pull of their fame.
Yeah.
The unconfirmed speculation alone possessed enough kinetic energy to mobilize thousands of people to a physical location.
Based on literally nothing.
Right. But it also highlights the strategic brilliance of holding the actual ceremony in Cascais. It was the ultimate misdirection. While the world was looking left, they went right.
They totally managed to keep the paparazzi away, but the internet still found a way to break. And wait till you hear about the controversial first look photo that has everyone questioning what's real and what's fake.
Oh, the photo debate is fascinating.
It is wild that we are tracking decoy weddings and paparazzi misdirection like we're breaking down a bank heist. If you're loving these twists, make sure you're subscribed. We've got even crazier stories ahead.
You definitely want to stick around for this next part.
So returning to that information blackout in Cascais, even with the perfect decoy, the internet lost its mind.
That is because nature abhors a vacuum, and the modern media landscape abhors it even more.
That is so true.
The intense secrecy of the Cascais ceremony created a massive void of factual information. When there is zero access to an event involving the most famous athlete on Earth, the media and the fans instantly rush to fill that void with whatever they can find.
And the official announcement gave them absolutely nothing to work with.
Nothing.
It was remarkably understated.
Yeah.
Just a single photo posted to Instagram. A close-up of their hands, resting on each other, showing off the wedding bands.
And Georgina was wearing a long, fitted white sleeve in that picture.
Yes, that is a very important detail for later. But the caption was literally just the letter C, a red heart emoji, and the letter G. That is it.
Simple.
And that single cropped image pulled in over 16 million likes in a matter of hours.
Which naturally sent the global press into an absolute tailspin.
Well, they were panicking.
According to data from News Corp, which is an organization that tracks media framing and reporting trends, 28 different major outlets scrambled to cover the wedding within minutes of that post.
28 outlets.
And the reporting was entirely fractured. You had tabloids like HOA stressing that the details were a complete mystery, explicitly stating that nothing was known about the venue or the guest list.
They were just guessing.
Exactly. But then you had mainstream Western outlets like People magazine confidently reporting the specifics about it being a private civil ceremony in Cascais. Everyone was grasping at straws to sound authoritative.
And this is where the story takes a turn into the Twilight Zone.
Cue the eerie music.
Right. Because when the official channels go silent, people start looking for unofficial confirmation. Enter Piers Morgan.
Of course.
The British broadcaster, who is famously good friends with Ronaldo, drops a post congratulating the couple. But he doesn't just write a message. He includes a full first-look photo.
And what a photo it was.
It shows Ronaldo looking incredibly sharp in a white tuxedo with black lapels, and Georgina sitting next to him in this stunning, flowing white gown with a long veil. They are smiling, looking relaxed, showing off the rings.
Which immediately set off alarm bells for anyone paying close attention to the visual continuity.
Oh, completely. I mean, forget CSI. You give Stan Twitter a blurry photo, and they will give you a forensic analysis in 10 minutes.
They are ruthless.
They are. Fans immediately zeroed in on a glaring discrepancy. In the official Instagram photo of their hands, Georgina's arm clearly had a long, tightly fitted sleeve. But in the photo Piers Morgan posted, her gown was completely sleeveless.
With a different fabric texture entirely?
Yes. Certainly the debate exploded across every social platform. Did Piers Morgan leak an actual exclusive photo from a different part of the wedding day, or did he just post an AI-generated fake?
This incident exposes the fragile state of truth in celebrity news today. We are fully entrenched in an era where generative AI can create photorealistic images of events that either never happened or events that we simply do not have photographic access to.
It's so creepy when you think about it.
It is. The AI models are trained on millions of images. If you prompt an AI to create a wedding photo of Cristiano Ronaldo and Georgina Rodríguez, it pulls his facial structure from gala events, it pulls her aesthetic from high-fashion red carpets, and it blends them with generic luxury wedding tropes like a white tuxedo and a veil.
So it's basically just guessing what they would look like based on stereotypes.
Exactly. But the AI lacks contextual logic, which is why it completely missed the long sleeves from the actual verified Instagram post.
But think about the implications of this. If a close personal friend like Piers Morgan was either duped by a synthetic AI image or, here's a wilder thought, what if he intentionally posted an AI image to protect their privacy and throw people off the scent?
That would be next-level misdirection.
Right. What does that say about celebrity news today? It makes you wonder, as a consumer, how much of our reality is just being manufactured on the fly to satisfy our demand for content? Can we trust anything we see anymore?
It proves that our reliance on visual evidence is no longer a foolproof metric for truth. Misinformation and synthetic media, they thrive best during an information drought.
When people are desperate for anything.
Precisely. When a billion people demand a piece of you and you strictly refuse to give it to them, the internet will literally manufacture the consumption experience for them.
Wow.
The Piers Morgan photo, whether it was an innocent mistake or a deliberate smokescreen, it highlights how desperate the ecosystem is to commodify every single moment of their lives.
That is slightly terrifying, honestly. We are sitting around arguing over the pixelation of a sleeve and the folds of a dress, while the actual couple is miles away, probably sitting on a beach in Cascades laughing at the chaos.
They probably haven't even looked at their phones.
But this media circus is just one piece of the puzzle. Later in the deep dive, we'll unpack how this simple, private wedding is actually a masterstroke for a billion-dollar empire. The genius of the CR7 brand is coming up. Stay tuned and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's coming next.
Yeah, the transition from their personal privacy to their public empire is where this story gets truly fascinating. Because while this wedding was undeniably a romantic milestone for the couple, it also operates as a defining structural pivot for a global cultural phenomenon.
Yeah, let's look at the reality of his career right now. At 41 years old, playing over in Saudi Arabia for Al Nassr, and coming off his 6th World Cup, Ronaldo is far more than just an athlete.
He is a multinational corporation.
Exactly.
That evolution is exactly what the International Journal for Multidisciplinary Research pointed out in a recent study analyzing CR7 as a global brand icon.
Oh, I read about that.
Yeah, the research details how he has evolved far beyond the realm of sports into a multifaceted lifestyle brand that encompasses luxury fashion, fitness chains, hotels, and just immense social influence.
So how does a secret wedding actively help a brand like that? Because normally, a brand wants maximum exposure. You would think a televised wedding sponsored by Gucci or Rolex would be the ultimate corporate move.
It seems counterintuitive, right?
Totally.
But to understand the mechanics of why secrecy is more valuable here, we have to look at Kepfer's brand identity prism.
Okay, what is that?
Think of Kepfer's prism like a brand's DNA. It suggests that a lasting brand is built on 6 facets. You have physique, personality, culture, relationship, reflection, and self-image.
Okay, that's a lot of marketing terms.
Right, but let's break it down. We all know Ronaldo's physique, the iconic abs, the relentless athleticism.
That's famous Sue's celebration.
Exactly. His personality is that fierce, almost ruthless competitiveness on the pitch. But here's the catch. An athlete's physical dominance has an expiration date.
True.
To survive past retirement, a brand needs to solidify its culture and its relationship with the audience.
Oh, I see where you're going with this.
Right.
By having this incredibly private, family-only wedding, he is actively editing his brand's DNA.
Yes.
He is transitioning from the lone wolf competitor to the fierce family protector.
Precisely. The CR7 brand is no longer just reflecting individual ambition, it reflects mature commitment and ultimate family dedication. And this connects directly to another crucial theory, McCracken's meaning transfer model.
Okay, break that down for me. How does meaning transfer from a secret wedding to a consumer? Like, how does that work?
McCracken's model is essentially a sponge effect. It argues that cultural meaning transfers in 3 stages.
Okay.
First, the celebrity absorbs meaning from their environment and their actions. In this case, Ronaldo and Georgina are soaking up an aura of authenticity, groundedness, and family loyalty by rejecting a flashy Hollywood wedding. They act as the sponge.
That makes sense.
Then in the second stage, that meaning transfers from the celebrity to the product they endorse. When Ronaldo later sells a luxury watch or promotes his hotel chain, a drop of that authenticity drips onto the product.
Wow. Okay, and the third stage?
Finally, the consumer buys the product to absorb that meaning for themselves.
That completely changes how you look at advertising.
It does, doesn't it?
It makes you realize that when you buy a CR7 product, you aren't just buying a shirt or a fragrance. You are trying to purchase a piece of his carefully guarded lifestyle. You are buying into the illusion of his exclusivity.
Exactly. It's brilliant marketing, whether it's intentional or not.
And it brings so much emotional weight to the narrative they have been building for years. I mean, if you watch the Netflix documentary, I Am Georgina, Ronaldo was incredibly raw.
He was very open in that.
He looked right at the camera and admitted he never expected to fall in love so strongly with the mature girl he met at Gucci, stating, "She was the woman of my life."
Yeah, that was a powerful moment.
Having this private wedding with just their kids cements that entire storyline for their fans. It is the perfect, satisfying season finale to a 10-year love story.
It acts as the emotional anchor for their global influence. And we have to recognize the macroeconomic scale of that influence, too, which brings us to the concept of destination branding.
Right, because he moves markets.
Exactly. Ronaldo does not just endorse tangible products. He elevates entire geographical regions just by existing within them.
Right. I mean, when he was playing for Real Madrid, he elevated La Liga globally. When he moved to Juventus, the Italian Serie A saw a massive, quantifiable surge in global visibility, broadcasting rights, and shirt sales.
Well, the Ronaldo effect.
And now, playing for Al Nassr, he is the literal cornerstone of a massive national branding project for the Saudi Pro League.
His personal life and professional moves directly impact national identities and tourism economies. And because of this immense power, he naturally faces criticism.
Of course.
There are analysts who call him a businessman in boots, arguing that he is overly commercialized and that every single personal move he makes is weighed for its corporate implications.
Which brings us right back to that tension we discussed earlier, doesn't it?
It does.
But can we really just call this branding? When you look at their resilience, especially after losing their son, isn't it possible that the privacy of this wedding was a strict boundary they set to protect their humanity from their own corporate empire? Can you separate the romance from the revenue?
That is the ultimate paradox of their existence right now. As the academic research notes, even the controversy, the debates over AI photos, and the criticism surrounding his commercialization are a testament to his power.
Yeah, you can't ignore him.
A brand that causes a global debate simply by going quiet is a brand that is undeniably culturally significant.
It is wild to think that keeping a secret is what causes the biggest global debate of all.
It truly is. Which leads us to something for you, the listener, to think about long after this deep dive ends.
What's that?
In an era where every influencer, reality star, and celebrity overshares their entire existence, broadcasting every meal, every argument, and every milestone for clicks, views, and brand sponsorships, could it be that the ultimate flex of power, wealth, and influence isn't a massive, star-studded televised wedding, but the ability to keep a secret?
You've been listening to StarScope Report, where we uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.